Hey girlies, it's Augusta. Welcome back to my channel. If you haven't heard, glowy makeup is all the rage for summer 2025, so I'm going to show you just how to get that look. Of course, you're going to want to start with priming the face. That's the most important step to make sure that all this glowy makeup sticks on to your face all day. Glowy makeup tends to slide around a lot more easily, so I'm starting off with the Rare Beauty Optimizing Mist and then adding some bronzing drops from Elle. I'm also a huge fan of the Drunk Elephant bronzing drops, but I'm mixing them together with the Rimmel London Multitasker Glowy Base. This product has a natural shimmer to it and is a bit lighter, but the bronzing drops mixed with the Multitasker Better Than Filters makes a super nice glowy foundation. You can also mix your bronzing drops with a tinted moisturizer of any choice, or even use fake tan on the face. Just make sure to blend whatever you do down onto your neck. By using a damp beauty blender, you'll get that dewy look and finish. Because it's summer, of course, you're going to need some SPF like you should do every day, but especially during the summer, I'm using the SuperGoop SPF 30 Protec Tinted Sunscreen. Sunscreen tends to add a dewy finish as well, so by blending this with the damp beauty blender into the base that we already applied, you'll get a super nice finish that's very skin-like but still gives you a bit of coverage and glow. After you've done your base, you're going to want to start with your contour. Make sure to do your contour before your concealer to get the maximized chisel effect from the contour. I really love the Rare Beauty Soft Pinch Liquid Contour because it has cooler undertones, so try to find a contour stick with cooler undertones because it will give you that really shadowy contour chiseled look. Blend this in upwards and outwards motions away from the center of the face, keeping it nice and high, almost on top of your cheekbones. Apply this in a 3 shape along the forehead, cheek and jawline, as well as a little bit just above the tip of the nose to give a button nose effect. Since this look is slightly more natural, I'm using the contour as eyeshadow instead of doing a full eyeshadow look, so you can sweep the excess over the eyes. The pinnacle of any summer makeup look is the blush and highlighter combo, so I'm using 3 products here. The first one is this super nice peachy toned blush from Armani. You want to apply this right on the top of your cheekbones and a small amount on the bridge of your nose. Choose a more peachy undertoned blush for this look because that's just the summer vibe that we're going for. Of course, I'm a pink girl through and through, so I had to add a little bit of the pale pink blush as well onto the eyelids and cheekbone. Finally, you're going to want to top off the combo with a liquid highlighter of choice. I love this soft pinch one from Rare Beauty because it's more of a rose gold shade. Apply a dot of the blush just under the brow bone on the outer corner and then apply the liquid highlighter on the eyelid. Blending this all together is going to make your makeup look super seamless and coordinated throughout the face, giving that eyeshadow look without actually using eyeshadow. This will give the nice depth to the eyes and glitter to the cheek while still looking super natural and skin-like. You're going to want to use your final cream product as concealer. I love the NARS Pot Concealer, but whatever you choose, put a dot underneath the eye and at the corner of the eye. This is going to make you look super snatched. It will also give a nice contrast to the contour and make your eyes look super lifted at the side, as you can see here. Don't worry if you accidentally over applied the liquid blush. This is why we conceal afterwards, so you can cover up any excess. Of course, this is a summer glowy look, so we're going to want to go in heavy with the bronzer. I'm using the famous Tilbury Airbrush bronzer in the 2nd medium shade. Apply this exactly where you applied the contour, but in broader motions, making sure your forehead looks nice and bronzed across the sides of your face as well. The hack is to apply bronzer above and below the collarbones to give you a super nice glowy decollage as well as your face, so it matches very cohesively. I like to take a small eyeshadow brush and use this to contour my nose since it will match the bronzer on the rest of the face. All you want to do is apply it in a square U shape above the tip of the nose and up the side. This is going to give you that button nose effect that's definitely trending in summer 2025. Also sweep some bronzer under the eye, keeping it very close to the waterline and up at the sides. This will act like a little wing and almost make the eye look more cinched. You can also use a larger blending brush to apply bronzer in the crease, and this will set the cream products that we put on the eyelids so we don't get any creasing in the eyes throughout the day. To match the peachy vibe that we're going for, I'm going in with the Benefit Shellie blush because it perfectly matches the blush combo of the liquid blushes I used from Armani. Once you've chosen your powder blush, then go in with a more natural peachy highlighter. I love the Prada Beauty pink shade highlighter because this has a nice rose gold undertone. By adding all these peachy pink undertones, it's gonna give a really sun-kissed look and complement the bronzer, so we look like we just have caught the sun more naturally rather than just super tanned and too muddy if you had only applied lots of bronzer. Take a more precise eyeshadow brush like we used for contouring the nose to apply the highlighter in the smaller areas like the cupid's bow, bridge and tip of the nose, inner corner of the eye. You can even use a more pigmented highlighter for the smaller areas, but I would keep a more natural peachy highlighter for the cheeks so it doesn't look too unnatural and just looks like a super dewy glow. Make sure to blend this all out so you get that natural glow and no one can see the highlighter lines around the edges. Next up, you're going to want to make sure your brows stay in place, and in summer everyone seems to have these feathery brows that are super slick, so I'm going in with the Rare Beauty eyebrow gel. This is just clear. You're going to want to brush them up in the center, and then as you go towards the end of the eyebrow, go in a more diagonal and upwards motion and then flatten it down if your eyebrows are super long and spiky like mine, but not too flat. Of course, we need to set all this dewy makeup in place, so I'm going in with the classic Laura Mercier loose translucent setting powder and this powder puff that I just got from Amazon. You're going to want to apply it underneath your eyes and alongside the nose. You could also apply it just below the cheekbones as I have to give that super chiseled look. We're just going to leave the powder to bake, which is why we put an excess white layer on while we're finishing up the eyes. You want to make sure that your lashes look as natural and non-clumpy and lengthened as possible, so make sure that you really curl the lashes before applying mascara. I highly recommend the Tweezerman eyelash curler. I never realized how much of a difference a good eyelash curler could make until I got this one, and I'm topping it off with the Kylash volumizing mascara because this is a super dark black mascara but doesn't clump at all, so it looks very natural and wispy but still makes the eyes stand out. Don't worry if you smudge any of your mascara. I always do this. Just wait for it to dry for a minute and then grab a Q-tip to clean up any mess you've made in the meantime. Now that we've done the mascara and the powder has baked, you can brush it out, just blending it upwards and out with a big fluffy brush. Finally, we're going to go in with the lip combo. This summer, you're going to want to use a natural pink nude mauve lip combo. So I'm going in with the Elle Cosmetics lip liner in shade Mauve Aside. Make sure that you powder your lips first, as I did, by brushing the excess powder over the mouth area so that the lip combo stays on for as long as possible. Line the edges of your lips as normal and then overline in the center, especially over the cupid's bow. Once you've lined your lips, you can then go in with a nice pink nude gloss, and the Rhode Peptide Lip Tint is perfect for this. I'm using shade Ribbon to blend out the lip liner. Because it's summer and it's hot outside, you're definitely going to need to set that makeup in place so it doesn't slide off your face. But there you have it, the full glowy summer it girl makeup look. Please let me know your thoughts down in the comments, and don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to my channel for more makeup. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.